All right, welcome to Straight Red Card. Again, I just want to thank all of you for supporting the show so quickly. We've just been doing this for a handful of months. We came back after a 7-year absence, and we weren't even on YouTube. Like, was okay back then. We got most of our views because we were the official podcast of Big Soccer. So without you guys, this show ain't growing, and we're growing like really fast. So thank you for showing up. Please subscribe and share it if you want to, and visit us on Twitter. Leave comments, leave questions, all that stuff. We love it. We're gonna keep answering it. We're gonna keep being us. And Brett, did I do all that right?
It was better. It was better.
God damn it!
I expect more next time.
All right, I'll keep practicing.
Your nose is only slightly brown.
It's really hard to do that. Practice that in front of a mirror. You just feel really dirty afterwards. Okay, so this question of this show is: all right, so we're playing the Gold Cup, right? And how important is this since it's our BC team? There are guys like Pete who think like this is really important. We need to win this. And other people who say if Gregg doesn't win the Gold Cup, he should be fired. And I'm saying it's really not that important, Brett. And that if he's not getting fired, there's there's no way he's getting fired for losing the Gold Cup. So
yeah,
let's start from there.
Let's start from there. Well, since there's no Confederations Cup anymore, the winning of the Gold Cup itself has lost a little bit of glamour.
It has. You're right.
But saying that, every game counts towards the new Hex World Cup qualifying standings.
Yep.
In the sense that, with the way that, if for those who are not aware, the way that the new CONCACAF is set up, the top 5 CONCACAF teams ranked via FIFA rankings automatically qualify for the Hex. People 6 to infinity have to go through first, second, and then into the third round.
Yep.
So while the Gold Cup has lost a little bit of glamour due to the fact that it doesn't lead into anything else, it definitely plays a factor into how we qualify. So, and by no means do I think that we'll ever really dip down below the 5th top CONCACAF team. I mean, it's possible, but well, I mean, looking at the current rankings now, current as far as whether or not Wiki has been updated, but United States is ranked in this state at 22nd. The Costa Rica team is 3rd place at 46th. So I mean, there's a hell of a gap that would require us to lose a number of games, even if we're starting a BRC team. We should still win 3/4 of the games this Gold Cup.
Yeah, I mean, but I like your reasoning better than Pete's. I mean, I don't like this reasoning that, like, the casual American fan is going to tune in and not notice that Pulisic, McKennie, and Adams aren't playing and be pissed off when we lose and think we suck. I think even the casual American fan has heard of Christian Pulisic at this point. And if he's not there, they will go, well, why isn't he there? And then they'll go on some board and go, why isn't Christian Pulisic playing? And they'll go, because this is the Gold Cup, and all our European players don't play the Gold Cup, or most of them don't.
This Gold Cup, yeah. So I see some point to it, in all honesty. The casual American fan right now has a bad kind of overall view of the United States because they look at the overall results.
Can I say this, though, as well?
Sure,
the casual fan, American soccer fan, who follows the U.S. men's national team in this country also has a really bad reputation of saying a lot of garbage online and not knowing what they're talking about.
Well, that's why they're casual fans. If they weren't casual fans, then they would be knowledgeable fans, and they wouldn't be spouting off garbage. I mean, they spout off a different type of garbage, but
maybe they should be more humble. Maybe they should ask questions, Brett, and say, I am a casual fan. I just have a question about this or that, or why this or this. But you're right.
The casual fan will look at the United States of recent results and say, well, not taking Nations League out of the equation, but saying we didn't qualify for the last World Cup. We haven't qualified for the last 3 Olympics. This is a sham. You know, the last thing we've won in the past whatever decade was been like a Gold Cup. You know, and they're going to look and they're going to say, well, you know, the women's national team's winning this, this, and this, and this. So, you know, that they, you know, X, Y, and Z. But I'm just saying I think that's Pete's point, is that the casual fan is not necessarily watching it in the sense of saying, well, Pulisic's not there because he was there for Nations League and he's got to be back for preseason for Chelsea to, you know, to do this, this, and this. And that's why all of our players are not necessarily there. And this is a B or C squad. They're going to look at this and say like, well, shit, we're struggling against Haiti, you know?
Yeah.
So
okay.
that can lead to backfiring. But I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
I know, but you're right. You're right. I'm thinking a lot of the casual fans that I've run into online who are like, our youth system's fucking horrible. We got no good players. And I'm like, what are you watching?
Well, it's because of the pay-to-play system. That's a problem.
Oh, it's the pay-to-play, man. We got no good youth players. Dude, we got 328 players overseas right now, and they're all young. Most of them are young. Excuse me, not all. Many of them are young. So
don't get me wrong. I think the pay-to-play system definitely has its faults.
But how many?
That's usually the go-to.
Yes, but how many of those people exist? I have my personal experience tells me, especially with the Facebook page that is titled U.S. Men's National Team, is that there are a lot of casual fans that come on there and go, listen, I just am trying to learn about what's going on, and I have questions. So can you answer this question? I have a question about this or this question. They're not, I think the group of morons who are uneducated about the United States men's team, but spout off like they are fucking geniuses. I think it's a small group, a small, annoying group, but I think they're small.
Well, and I almost think that group is purposely trolling and has an agenda pushing one thing or another. So,
God, I hope you're right, Brett.
I don't. There's part of me that thinks that they have to look at it and say, like, yeah, I don't believe this shit that I'm spouting.
Not the people who keep telling us about pay to play and how horrible the youth system is.
No, I think those people believe it wholeheartedly. And again, I'm flat out stating that it definitely has its faults. Saying that though,
yeah,
blaming everything on that and saying that we don't have quality youth players come through the woodwork. I mean, you can say like, you know, players are falling through the cracks. Absolutely, 100% agree with that.
Yeah,
but to say that we aren't producing youth talent, no. Now, whether or not that youth talent is produced into something quality, that's up to them. But
because they don't know, Brett.
Yeah,
I'm shocked when somebody says that or posts that, and I post, here's our starting lineup and all the teams they play for, and a lot of them might look at like Juventus or Leipzig, and they're like, well, they're just not impressed by that. You're not impressed by Juventus, Leipzig, Chelsea, Dortmund, Barcelona? You're not impressed by that list? Have you even played FIFA 11? You know, on your little Xbox or whatever, you fucking moron.
We're coming from a completely different era where in the sense that I'm still stoked that we have a center back starting for Hoffenheim. You know?
Yeah.
Nothing against Hoffenheim. I'm just saying we have a bunch of players starting for key teams, but I'm still stoked that Richards was not only starting for Hoffenheim when he first got there, but they want to purchase him, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
it's just it's a different world because again, back in my youth, you know, I was happy to see somebody in the 3rd division England somewhere, you know?
You remember that Saturday Night Lights skit? It's like jizz in my pants. Remember that one? Remember that one?
Yeah.
If you told me at the age of 26, we would have players playing at the clubs that they're playing at right now, and I was 26 and we were horrible generally when I was young, I would have jizz in my pants. Seriously, I would have, because I would be like, there is no way that we got a player playing for Chelsea, Juventus, Leipzig, Dortmund, Roma. I mean, the list goes on and on. If you would have told me that, I would have said you were full of shit. And so for people to say, oh, it's all pay to play, that's why we suck, then those people are fucking not paying any attention whatsoever. That's all I got to say. Now,
100% agree.
whether or not this Gold Cup is important now has become rather confusing to me, because I think the number of morons out there is smaller than the number of people who want to be informed. And I think I generally think really poorly of people, but I'm good on this one. I'm going positive, Greg. Brett, God damn it!
Okay,
Now
well,
I called you
if you're
Greg.
going positive, I guess calling me Greg is official.
Oh my
official,
God!
so.
This is after you
I'll
make
go
that
dark.
joke
No,
today.
we have a lot of dumbass fans. No, not seriously though.
But
I'm just trying to go dark, guys.
Are they worth placating for me to say that the Gold Cup's important for, the future to build the United States men's national team supporters?
So
now, if you're that kind of supporter and you're out there and you're that informed and you're spouting off like you're that educated, then fuck you. All right? Fuck you. Just don't even bother following the team. If you can't even get enough information to say that, to not say something as stupid as we have no good young players.
So I will say, I think obviously winning any competition is going to be good for us. But I will say that the people who Pete may be referring to, the casual fans, may not even be the people who are watching the Gold Cup on TV. They may just catch the highlights or catch the scores on ESPN.
Where are they going to catch the highlights?
I guess USA and YouTube, yeah. I guess USA struggled and barely beat St. Vincent and Grenadiers. So Grenadiers.
I mean, it could hurt us, Brett, but I think in the long run it won't.
Or Belize or Puerto Rico.
So I think Pete, when he says, I think when Pete says these things, I think he's kind of blowing it a little out of proportion. I don't think it's going to hurt in the long term. Maybe the short, but not the long. People who really care about this team they're going to support it, and the casual fan is just going to have to. Most of them, I think, want to learn more. I don't think most of them are arrogant morons. So that's just a small group for me.
I think most fans are looking at who we play. So we'll get out of the group stage. I have no doubts in my mind on that. When we're into the quarters, semis, and finals and stuff like that, it all depends on who we play. So if we play Mexico in the finals, or if we play Mexico and wherever else, they'll realize, okay, well, we're playing Mexico, who's the other top, dog in the CONCACAF. Yeah. But if we go out against, say, like an El Salvador, then obviously all of a sudden
Jamaica,
it could hurt. Well, I mean, Jamaica has been a plague for the United States. We've struggled so hard against them in the past for years, and it's just one of those things. Like whenever we play them, I'm just like, man, it's gonna suck. But then more often than not, we come out ahead.
I got to tell you, if a lot of Jamaica's team shows up that they've called up the good ones, they're going to be a fucking pain in the ass.
Sure.
They're going to be good. And if that's the team they bring to qualifying, the best of what they could possibly get, players they're just trying to get eligibility for now. And those players get eligibility to play for Jamaica because they have Jamaican grandparents. I'm telling you what, that's going to be a really good team. They're going to be a pain in the ass, not only for us, but everybody. They're going to be good.
Even if they're top 11 players or whatever, they're more or less the starting 11 that were boycotting due to the fact that they had pay discrepancies against the Jamaican Federation. If they all showed up, there's still going to be a quality side. I mean, you still have to get the ball past Blake. And
Blake is good.
Blake doesn't make shit easy for you.
If everybody for Jamaica shows up, they could possibly show up for Jamaica in qualifying. They are going to be a really good team. Really good. It's going to be no joke. And they should qualify for the World Cup. So, and that's a big statement. But that's how good they could be. Possibly, if everybody pseudo-eligible becomes eligible. So we'll see how that works out for them. We're going to move on to the next segment. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Until the next time, on the Straight Red Card.